morning. Apologies for the jump scare. Starting today's vlog looking a little crazy, but it is the morning and I am just getting ready for the day. I'm actually heading into Manchester today to spend the afternoon with some friends for a friend's 30th birthday. We're gonna go for a nice late lunch at, what's that restaurant called? It's a new restaurant called Circolo Popolare or something, a new Italian in town. So very excited to be trying that out. I've just had some breakfast and I am starting the morning fresh with my supplements, and one in particular that I wanted to show you, my Epitome. Now, I have already just had a capsule for this morning, but I've shown it to you before, and essentially these capsules I've been taking now, gosh, how long? Is it a year, maybe? I have been working with them for a while, but I'd heard of them before I actually started working with them because they are, the founder is the nutritionist, who you guys know I love her like cookbooks. I'm always doing her recipes in my vlogs. Emily English, she's the founder of the company, and given that she is a nutritionist, I have full confidence that she knows what she's talking about. And she has developed these symbiotic duo caps, which are great for the gut. Loads of other benefits in addition to that, but this is kind of like the main target for me anyway. When I was starting this, was I was wanting to improve my gut health, and now one of these every single day has just been a bit of a game changer for me. It's honestly made me feel less anxious, because if you remember, I've talked about having like anxiety, and I always have had anxiety and probably always will, and episodes of sort of like anxiety attacks and overwhelming thoughts and feelings. And for me, when I was speaking to my therapist, when I first sort of started speaking to her, she had educated me around the gut and the brain kind of working side by side, and they kind of refer to the gut as the second brain, because the way that it works is, at least for me and my reactions, is if I'm feeling particularly anxious or overwhelmed, overstimulated, stressed, I notice it in my gut. And that, for me, having kind of ironed out gut health and improved that, it's less of a worry, especially when it comes to things like health anxiety for someone like me. But anyway, if you haven't heard of them before, this is the brand. I'll just show you what the capsule looks like. Firstly, how nice is the branding and packaging? I appreciate that, but you might be able to tell it is, oh, there you go, you can see it's a capsule within a capsule, so that just helps the live bacteria strains reach your gut alive, being better for you. So I think there's about 11 clinically trialed strains, which helps improve your gut health. And I think the stats are crazy. It's like over 70% of us regularly experience some kind of digestive problems, upset, whether that be through bowel movements, through gas, bloating. So it's very common, and it's that common that in fact Epitome have recently sold out, essentially. They've not completely sold out in that regular customers, we can still carry on, but I think it's their largest subscription. They essentially needed to catch up with stock because it has been that popular and retention has been that great. So they are now available on pre-order for you to try. I think their delivery is, they're estimating around mid-December for the higher subscription model. I always recommend the 3-month subscription model though, which I'll leave a link to below in the description box, because personally, I find it's the best value for money. It's one of those things that you don't have to think about. It's just delivered straight to you when you have finished your pot. So one of these is for a month's worth. You get 30 in here. And I also have a discount code Freya10 that will get you an additional 10% off your first order. So yeah, a quick little shout out this morning to one of my favorites, Epitome. It's one of the things that I have been most consistent with of all time. This, along with a couple of other supplements that I take, but I wanted to mention that one today. So thank you to Epitome for very kindly working with me on today's video. Plan of this morning, we're gonna take out this hair. I've pretty much done my makeup. I always like to just do my lips when I get there. I'm gonna drive in, I think, although I think the Christmas markets are now on in Manchester, which amazing, exciting, but that's not the plan today. So it might get a bit busy, so I think I'm going to allow some extra time. It usually takes me about 20-30 minutes to get into town, but I think I'm going to allow an hour just with parking up, walking to the restaurant, all that jazz. So plans are to park in M&S car park. So fingers crossed they've got a spot. Sometimes it's like a 1 in 1 out policy and you can be sat there waiting a while, hence why I want to leave some extra time. But I also want to maybe have a quick look in M&S en route home, do a quick food shop, have a quick look, see if they've got any new things. I just need to get a couple of bits and bobs like yogurt we need, milk, bread. In fact, let me show you this I tried this morning. I had with eggs this protein bread, which is from Biona Organic. Power Protein Organic Bread. It's kind of like a rye bread consistency. It's got sunflower and flax seeds in there as well. It's made with sourdough, high fibre. I only had 1 slice of that, which has 16 grams of protein with 2 hard-boiled eggs, and that was my breakfast to fill me up because of us having a later lunch today, and it was delicious. I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly concerned that I've had to put the big lights on because it is looking very dark out there. I think I just can feel it, we're gonna get caught in the rain. I don't know whether to maybe park closer to the restaurant so that I can just dash into the restaurant and at least be nice for the meal. And then if I get caught in the downpour afterwards, it's fine. Anyway, time to decide what to wear. I was thinking, I was actually speaking to my friend Lydia, who's also going, and I was saying there's a gap in my wardrobe for a small heeled boot. So I was thinking like a wide leg jean, a nice top, and a small heeled boot, rather than like a big heel. This one's quite a big heel for me. And given that I might be walking through town afterwards, and I just feel like that's a bit too chunky. So like a nice, maybe even suede. I think I've seen some on Zara that are really nice, but they don't have my size in stock. So it's whether or not they're gonna come back like in stock or not. But yeah, some kind of low heeled boot would be a nice addition to my wardrobe. So I've kind of scrapped the idea of jeans because it's too casual if it's not with a heel. So for flats options, I've got these, which are 2 options that I'm going to go for. I've got like a nice loafer from H&M, or this pointy shoe. It's from Vivea, I don't know how to pronounce it, Vivea I think, and it's just like a little slip-on ballet. Very, very comfortable these are, but I like the pointed toes, so with a wide leg you kind of can't tell if it's a heel or not, so I think I might end up going for them. And I want to wear my satiny silk trousers, so I thought I would do it with a lace top. I've got this set of trousers from 6 Stories that I think I'm going to wear. So I've got this top from Primark. These 2 tops that I got, I picked them both up in a large, mostly for the length, because I'm thinking of this sort of layered, just hit myself in the head then, this layered with a nice little asymmetric hem with a chunky knit over the top, and then these trousers. So a very loose, comfortable outfit, good for lunch. That's my outfit. It's, you know that stage when you're getting ready to go somewhere and you want to be as fresh as you can when you walk out the door. But I can't really get dressed without taking my hair out. Let's just take the hair out and we will call it quits. I've got these new little claw clips, which I showed in a, oh no, I didn't show these. I was going to say I showed in a gift guide video as a stocking filler, but I decided not to in the end. But I just thought they were a bit boring to include in a stocking filler, but they are quite handy. These little claw clips, I'll link the ones that I've got below. I've just got a big bag of them that came with some rollers as well, although as you can see with the back ones I don't even put a roller in, I just use the pin to like pin curl. It seems to hold it quite well. Who's watching I'm a Celebrity this year? I think I'm a Celebrity Get Me Outfit is one of my favourite reality shows, and I don't know if I, just because I associate it with Christmas time, or I don't know what it is, but I just really like it. So I've just found like over the years reality shows can kind of go a bit downhill. So Love Island, they're kind of all on there for fame, although I still watch it and enjoy that. It is different now. And Big Brother is another one that I just think isn't as good as the classic old days of when Big Brother used to be on. So I just find reality shows go a bit like stale, but I'm a Celebrity is the one show that I really enjoy every year. The only time I didn't enjoy it as much was lockdown when they were in that castle in Wales. It was good and still a nice watch, but you could tell it wasn't the same. Any shows that have a switch up or is something a bit different, it's just not the same. And I thought I would feel like that about the Traitors when that was on, the Celebrity Traitors, which I'm so glad. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched it, but I'm sure most people have by now. I was so glad that Alan won, but I actually couldn't believe that he did towards the end. I thought Joe and Nick were so, like, just dead set on trusting each other. I couldn't believe that it went the other way. At the like very last minute, I was feeling bouffanty, which I quite like because then it'll settle. I mean, she's feeling very bouffanty. Doesn't stay like that, this fringe part, but I just like to curl it under, then find my parting and kind of just let it set. Let me flip. Give it a shake out. I'm just going to spritz some hairspray on it. Where's my parting? I'm struggling to find it in this little viewfinder. I need a bigger mirror. But yeah, I'm going to just run some oil through the ends, pop on some hairspray, and then we'll get dressed. This is the outfit. Let me just move you down a little bit. Just kind of like pinned this jumper. This is just Primark, as is obviously the lace top. That's the girls messaging in the group chat. Satin trousers, little pump shoes, and then I'm going to take my Saint Laurent bag. And then for accessories, for jewellery, I've literally just got a mix of a few different places. Mostly Ana Luisa, my watch. I think I've got Joma jewellery. I've got Vashi, which is a bit controversial actually, because I think I bought this, well, I didn't buy it. I had an event that I went to with Lydia years and years ago. And I'm pretty sure that business, or the owner of the business, was in the press for something to do with his diamonds, or like owing people money. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, what else do I have? Linya, that's from Abbott Lion. We've got a mix. We've got a whole mix. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. I've also grabbed this little umbrella in case we do get stuck in the rain. I'm gonna put some lipstick on when we get there. Which lip of choice, if you were interested. Look at me, not having enough time to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. It's going to be Charlotte Tilbury and the 3D Hydra Lip Gloss from Kiko in 05. Really, really pretty. So let's go for a lovely Italian ladies who lunch type of afternoon. I'm so excited. I have arrived. We're all parked up. I actually just found a really good and easy parking spot, so I'm very happy about that. I've come to, fun fact, a car park, an NCP. This is called the Great Northern NCP. I just think it's the closest to this restaurant that we're going to, which I've never been to before, but I know where that is, the restaurant, and I think this car park is the closest, which I never come this end because it's like Dean's Gateway. But I know I said I was going to go to M&S, but I thought with the rain, let's just get as close as we can to the car park. Sorry, as close as I can to the restaurant. Let me just pop on my lip liner. I used my, just before I do, my lip stain, my Sacho lip stain in nude. So it kind of like, I already have a bit of a line on my lips, or a bit of colour. It's such a good product. The fact that it just like will stain your lips, then even when this wears off, say after I've eaten or had drinks, you just know that you're going to have some colour on your lips already. So I love it. But yeah, I just like to go in with this Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude as well. Pop of lip gloss. I'm also very early because I thought there'd be traffic with the Christmas markets, like I said. But I was here in like record time. Not record time, but just under 20 minutes. So it was really easy. There was zero traffic. It's also feeling very late, even though it's like afternoon, like early afternoon as well. Already feeling late. Anyway, as I was saying, fun fact, with this car park that I'm in, this was my car park when I lived in Manchester. You could get like a residence pass, so this is my car park, even though it's an NCP. And I used to live just across the road, so it feels so weird to be here, given that this was where I used to park my car every day. If you do live city centre and you didn't know that, I'm assuming they still do that. I think it was about £80 for the year, which I think is really cheap. Because you could park in any NCP in town as well, even though this was the one I always went to. If I did just need to drive over to another NCP, it was included. But I bet it'll be more than that because I've just took a photo. It's cashless now. It never used to be. It used to be grab a ticket. But I took a photo of this because let me see, what do I need to do? It's cashless, but the prices of Manchester parking, if you're not Manchester based, listen to this. I'm thinking £3, 3 hours, 4 hours maybe. It's £22 for 4 hours. And then 5 hours is £27.50. Anyway, this is boring chat now. I've just realised how expensive my parking's going to be, but oh well. Let's see, how do we park? Cashless car park. You can pay on credit card at the end of your stay. Okay, perfect. Or you can pay later. That's fine. Gosh, I bet they give so many tickets away with people forgetting to pay for their parking. I know Manchester Airport have just started doing it recently, and I was picking my parents up not too long ago, or dropping them off at the airport, I can't remember, and I was like, oh wait, I can't pay, and I was like driving and I was thinking, oh my god, like this billboard as you're going past with traffic behind you, so you need to rush, and I was thinking, how do I pay? Like, and it was saying pay here later, and it was like www, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. And I thought the whole journey, rest of the journey, I was thinking, don't forget when I get home, pay. Don't forget when I get home, pay. That is something that I would easily do. I can be quite forgetful when it comes to mundane stuff like that, which is bizarre because I'm such an overthinker that some like smaller things like that, like unimportant type things, I end up forgetting about really easily, because probably because my brain's already thinking about 1,000,001 other things at the same time. Anyway, girls chat, let's catch up because my phone's been dinging. Ding, ding, ding. I'll message Nina actually because I might wander over to, we're going to go to the White Company and grab a voucher for because it's, like I said, it was her 30th birthday. So we're going to get that first. And I know Nina was coming in early anyway, so I might go and see if she's free to meet up with her. This is Barney at his daycare. Having a whale of a time. I'm getting pretty hungry now, so I'm looking forward to this lunch. Tom just before I set off said, oh, where are you off to? And I was like, Circle over somewhere, and he's like, oh yeah, I went there last week. I think he was there with work, or 2 weeks ago, and he was saying to get the sharer starters, or that they do like a big sharer, and he said that was really good. So I'll see if I can convince the other girls to maybe get some sharing bits and bobs, because that's just, I much prefer eating that way, you know, when you just get lots of little bits so you can taste everything. So this, guys, is where I used to live, Great Northern Tower, up there somewhere, except I lived on the other side, right by the casino. So we had many a night where we would end it in the casino before heading back home. I say many a nights, the odd night. Although to be fair, when I lived here, I did go out far more than, well, yeah, far more than I do now. I think it's just so convenient when you live in town. Everything's on your doorstep. Albert Schloss is right here, which is a great night out. Or like, it's just fun vibes, good drinks, bit of dancing, and that's it there with the blue and white shutters. But then that was the entrance to my building. That's called Alcatraz now. That used to be called, what was that before? It was that, oh, I can't remember. Guys, it's Christmas. Right, I'm going to avoid the cheese. In fact, I'm going to be here next week. No, thank you. I'm going to head into the White Company today. I've seen this gilet online. They've got a darker colour as well. It's kind of like the newer version of the one that I got last year, but it's gorgeous. They've got this new scent out. That one's a really nice one from last year that I got. But this new Tonka one I'm going to try. I also want to, I've not got time now, but have a look in American Vintage, maybe next time. Or I could maybe even head there after food, depending on what time we finish. But it's where my tracksuit that I have is from that I really, really like. Although I'm going to hold off getting the grey one because I do think Tom's going to get it me for Christmas. So yeah, but I still want to have a look in there. And also apparently we are, I don't know if it's open yet or not, but we're also getting the Anthropology in Manchester finally. I am so happy that the markets are finally back in front of the town hall again. I reckon it's been about 3 years, you know, of no markets here. They've like changed them. I think because they're doing repairs on the town hall, they just haven't had them here, but it's where they're meant to be. Here we are, Circolo Poplar. You do you, honey. Oh yeah, can't wait. Just for the
Ready for the show?
Yeah.
Hey, tanti auguri a te, tanti auguri a te, tanti auguri, tanti auguri, tanti auguri a te. How big is that pie?
Make a wish.
I told you it was this. Oh no, girls. Oh.
Good morning, puppy. You know where we're going. I'm just going to pop on a little bit of makeup. It is now the next day. I have just tied my hair back, got on some, oh hello puppy, on some clothes. We are going this morning golfing. Yay. Just popping on the tiniest bit of makeup, but I'm fresh faced. It's quite early this morning. We're going to be, I think we're the first out. I've basically been speaking to the director at Northern Golf Club. If you're watching, hello. Hi guys, hi his family, because I know you watch my videos, which is very kind of you. But we are going to play golf this morning. We're going to be the first ones out, so it's going to be a nice early start. And hopefully, with us being the first out, there'll be no hold-ups or anything. We'll be straight out, enjoying the morning on the golf course. And I do think it's meant to start spitting later, so I'm quite glad that we're up and out so that we can try and avoid that, or at least if it does rain, it's not going to be too heavy, because that's more this afternoon. So we play at Northern Golf Club, and we've recently signed up for membership there. They very kindly invited us down. We had a look. We were speaking to them about obviously the fact that we like to take Barney, which they were happy with. They got to meet him. You know, he's a very well-behaved dog, and I believe I'm right in saying that they've had a couple of dogs in the past that if they're well-behaved, we generally find clubs are more than happy to have you take your dog around, but we'd always just check before we go, obviously, because different golf clubs have different rules and different directors that might have differences of opinions, and different captains and everything that again might have differences of opinions. And we've talked about this before on this channel. And if they're well behaved, like Mr. Barney Beer is, we've kind of trained him to just stay with the bag, or he's very good at recall, off lead especially, whereby he will just stay with us. But even like on lead, if needs be, by the bag, very easy to control him. So yeah, that's what we're doing this morning. Are you ready, Tommy? We were speaking to a lot of people on word of mouth recommendations. There's a few around that area, and this one is the one that's recommended to be the best. Some of Tom's cricket friends play there, people he plays cricket with play there, and have recommended it, so that's great. And also when we were speaking to one of the directors, he was explaining to us about how we were fully aware of this because we walk Barney and Didsbury all the time, but at the start of the year we had floods, New Year floods. Our whole village flooded, lots of the houses with basements. Thankfully ours wasn't, good job we proofed it, but a lot of the basements were completely flooded around here, and it was on New Year's Eve that it started happening. So I remember there were lots of staff obviously who would have been able to help emergency services with things like that were off duty, and it's New Year's Eve, they're drinking, you know, couldn't get out in time. And with Northern Golf Club especially, what they tend to do, being close to the canal, is they have other clubs close by. I know there's Withington, there's Didsbury, where they will open the sort of floodgates to be able to flooding area to be able to help keep other areas dry, like Northern Golf Club. But given that it was New Year's Eve, that didn't happen in time, so the club had to have quite a few repairs. I know they still have the changing rooms to do. There are still changing rooms there, but they're just under repair. But it means that it's great because when we go there, everything is like brand new. Everything's been renovated. They've got like a function room upstairs that you can use, and the people there are lovely. Every single time we've played there, all the like players, like people that play, absolutely love the fact that we take Barney. So that's just music to our ears. I've got my mascara. Flick of mascara, and then we'll get on the road and go. But we had a lovely time yesterday in Manchester, seeing the girlies. The day just got away with us. We ended up chatting for hours and hours, having a good catch up. We went for a drink afterwards, after our dinner, to Circolo Popolare. We went next door to a place called Chotto Mate, I think it's called, which has only just recently opened. I hadn't heard of it before, but it was lovely. They had this really weird, like scary like walkway thing overlooking the Christmas markets, which was beautiful, but it was a bit like, ooh, vertigo. But yeah, we had a lovely time, but ended up being like pitch black, and my parking was up by the end, so I didn't have time to go to do any shops en route home or en route back to the car anyway. So yesterday in terms of vlogging was cut short, but we're back again today. Right, I will see you guys when we get to the golf club. First tee box, here we go. Right, I'm hoping you can hear me. I'm not sure if you'll be able to, if it's a bit windy, but I don't think it is. But we're out. This is the trail of my little electric buggy, which I bought for Tom and I've ended up using myself. Although you wouldn't have it any other way, would you? You wouldn't have me carry my clubs and you with a buggy. We do not always, but we do just to get me going, because my shots obviously don't go as far as Tom's. Sometimes we do is it called best ball? Better ball, where I will drop my ball where Tom is there, so that if my drive doesn't go as far, which the drive never does, although to be fair I got further than you on the last one, then I will just drop my ball where Tom is and take my shot from here. There are a group of 3 behind us. They've teed off a little bit early, so we will just keep the pace going. Oh, I'm out of breath already. It's not a good sign, but it is such a gorgeous morning. I'm so happy to be out as the first people. There's nobody here. It feels like a private golf course. I love it. So that's Tom having just taken his shot. Now I'm going to take mine. When we were speaking to the director, when we first looked around Northern Golf Club, he was explaining to us how they are encouraging ladies to sign up. So any girlies out there watching that are interested, I'll leave a link to them below. And is that another ball? Is that your ball? Oh, right. Oh, well, if we're playing better ball, then they're encouraging lady members to sign up. So if interested, I'll leave the information below. And yeah, if ever you've thought about it, like I say, I always just play for fun, and the fresh air, getting in the exercise with this guy, and love it. Right, here's the flag. Can you see in the distance that little patch of green there? That's where we're headed. Tom's here, and my ball popped over that hill, so I'm over there. Well, that was quick.
GoPro's on his back.
Yeah, like a POV.
Yeah.
Do we have a GoPro?
I've got a GoPro, yeah.
Nice pace, just wrong line. How close I was with that one. Is that a gimme?
You can have that.
Look at Barney sat in the background. I'm such a good boy. He shoots.
He scores.
Yeah! If you're new to golf, then you won't know, but essentially, men and women play off different tees, and this one is quite far apart. So Tom's up over there. Oh, now he's just taking a shot. I'm over here for this one. This is it's hole 5. 297 par 4 stroke index 9. So that means it's essentially the 9th hardest hole on the course, par 4, where you've got to get it in 4 shots if you were playing with off scratch, like no handicap, but everyone starts with a handicap of 54, so you get 54 extra shots per round. Like I said, I just play for fun, so I don't even bother scoring half the time. I think I'm going to take a driver here. And yeah, I was saying with them encouraging ladies to sign up, I think they have quite a few good deals and offers and encouragement to get you to. So I think you even get a lesson with a pro, and I've never had a lesson before. So, oh, Tom's taking a second shot. That means his first one wasn't so great. I've never had a lesson before, ever. So I feel like I might take them up on that offer, take advantage and book in for a lesson. Let me know if you'd want me to film that. Right, driver. We're gonna aim for that gap over there. I always give a little yay if I actually hit the ball. That's a gimme.
Catch it.
Struggling to find a spot here. The sun is beaming. Can you see that sky? It's meant to be raining in literally a couple of hours, so hoping for a cozy afternoon. Sorry, you really can't see me there, but I have just parked up outside Marks and Spencer's, so I thought we would go in and have a look. I need to get some foodie bits anyway. We're going to have a roast dinner this afternoon, so I need to get some bits for that. I think we're going to have a chicken roast dinner, maybe even like a camembert to start as well, so a really nice wholesome meal this afternoon. So I want to have a look at, well, I need to grab some bits for that, but I also want to have a look at some of their new seasonal snacks that they've got, like festive snacks, and maybe have a quick look through the fashion bits as well. We'll have a quick browse whilst we're in there, and then we're just going to be set for a nice cozy afternoon. And I think we've agreed on watching, really randomly, a bit of a throwback, but the Bourne Ultimatum series, Bourne Identity, Bourne Ultimatum, Bourne Supremacy, whatever they are, Bourne Identity series of films. So that's going to be our cozy afternoon if the rain comes anyway. But we've had a lovely morning spent in that sunshine this morning. I love this coat. This one's £90 and it's like a beautiful cream colour for winter. I think that'd be really, really nice. And they've got 20% off on at the minute. Got some nice faux fur as well, again for party season. This is gorgeous. This is actually a really dark, oh yeah, you can kind of tell on camera. It's like a dark chocolate brown. Let me just lower the exposure. It's not picking up very well. There we go. Really nice. Maybe a bit better suited to autumn than winter, but this waistcoat set, I really like the cut of that waistcoat. This is more like workwear section. Oh, that's a really pretty cardigan with the little bows. It's a really nice fabric as well. It's quite thick. That one is £30. It does actually button, but like buttons on the inside so that you can just see the bows on the front. That is so pretty. We've also got a couple of festive jumpers that I've seen. Jingle jumper at £30, and then I really like this one. It's like a Fair Isle festive print. That is £36, like ski season. We've also got a navy and cream as well. I use my little short black wellies all the time, and they've got these, mine are like fur lined, which are really cozy, but if you prefer not fur lined, they've got these ones at 36 in black, but they've also got navy and this colour, which I really like. It's like a chocolate brown. I've just seen they've got my slippers back in stock. They had sold out in my size, but I've managed to get my hands on them and I love them. These are the ones that I wear, the brown shades, but they've also got them in grey. They're just like a cozy Borg teddy kind of fabric, and I love them. How cute is this little jumper for dogs? It's £25. It just says best friend on. And then they've also got this dog toy, which Barney's had in the past. A little Spencer Bear dog toy for £6. I've not seen them do this tote bag before with the Spencer Bear print on, but if you're after a new tote bag for Christmas time, very pretty little design for Christmas. Again, more dog toys with the Percy Pig. Even little Christmas decorations. I'm gonna go have a look at the other Christmas section in a sec. But oh my gosh, for anyone that loves their Percy Pigs or their Colin the Caterpillars, I was gonna say Cuthbert then, but that's that's the dupe, isn't it? Is that Aldi or Lidl? I think it's Aldi, isn't it? Of course, M&S is. Good old Colin. Pottery Barn dupes with their gingerbread range. The mugs are £8, and then they've got these plates which are very similar. I'm sure Pottery Barn have a plate just like this, and this one is £12. Why is this bauble made for me? Oh, it's smashed, but how funny. Little Sudoku bauble. Just having a quick look at the Christmas PJs, but I think I'm done with the fashion and home now, so I'm going to head to have a look at the foodie bits, which honestly is my most exciting part. See, look, in the time that we've been in the shop and back, look how grey the sky's gone now. It was blue, now it's completely overcast, but I'm kind of excited for that. I'm hoping we have a nice drizzly afternoon, because it just feels all the more cosy to be inside having a movie afternoon. I am going to head back. I've just loaded up in the boat, so I'll show you the bits that I did get when I get back. But I saw that they've got these new flavoured cookies, you know, where they do the gingerbread and white ones, which are just viral, so delicious. I had them last year as well as this year, and they are good, but they've bought, got something there on my lip. They've bought a new flavour out, peppermint something or other. They're like a double chocolate. I think Tom will like the fact that they're chocolate, so I bought a pack to try, so that can be our little snack this afternoon. Quite heavy bags, and I just feel like with them being paper, it could break any minute. Here we go. We've also got the Christmas bags out, which is very exciting. This is predominantly food for the roast, plus a few extras. which are kind of boring. This is more, well, very riveting content. We've got some period knickers. These, I've bought these before and I really like them. I just picked up some more. They're the thong style, so that they're just really convenient to have. And yeah, so I picked those up. Now, snacks. Peppermint bark cookies. They sound amazing. Can't wait to try those. And then I've just got a couple of other random bits and bobs, kind of for like, I'm thinking seasonal hosting or just anytime hosting. These pita chips. I love pita chips anyway. They've got plain and the red pepper, so I grabbed both of those. Also just to try, because I was intrigued, they had big ones and these little individual ones. So I thought I'd just get an individual one to try it. Gingerbread milkshake. They also had chocolate orange flavour. Speaking of gingerbread, I also picked up a pot of gingerbread overnight oats. I just got a couple of salad options to have. Stick them in there. This one sounded good. Butternut chickpea and pesto. I think that's new. There's hummus in there as well. Grabbed some hot shots. And then also I love to have bone broth quite regularly. I would have this like as a lunch, or half it and have some crusty, fresh bread, baked bread with that. And then we needed a stock up of some condiments to throw in the cupboard. So Brumley applesauce, caramelized red onion chutney, and a mint jelly. And then I thought these would be a good few little like stocking filler type gifts for people this year. Firstly, this sticky toffee cashews, delicious served warm. That does sound nice. And then these Santa Christmas Journey little milk chocolates. And then this, we've already got a tin of this open in our cupboard and it is delicious. It's like kind of similar to Dime flavour, a bit more chewy. But it is, I'll just open it up anyway and show you. But I'm going to keep this sealed and have it for someone in their stocking. So that's everything. The rest of it's bits for our roast dinner, and I feel like I need to get my makeup off, get into some comfies and put my feet up for the rest of the afternoon. It has started raining on route home. Stopped via Costa to grab myself just a little Americano. Before I do go upstairs, Tom's just in the shower. I thought I would just try just a little nibble of the peppermint bark cookies to let you know what I think. They've got white chocolate in. Oops. Milk chocolate. Oh, they've got little like candy pieces. Can you see this? Like little red candy pieces in. Mmm. Yeah, Barney, you too. Mmm. Smells very minty, but it's not too overpowering. I'm the sort of person that, I suppose this would be an after 8 lover's dream, but I always think after 8s are nice, but if there's other options, I'm going for the other options. However, this has a hint of that, but with the white chocolate and the milk chocolate candy, like M&M type things, it makes it more milk chocolatey rather than just an after 8 flavour. Hi puppy. Hey cutie pie. And my M&S slippers that I was talking to you about earlier in the shop. I also just wanted to show you this, which I picked up when I was in town from the White Company, the new scent that they've got for, well, I say for Christmas. I wouldn't say it's festive at all. It's just nice and warm, wintry kind of scent in the scent Tonka. I still think, I mean, I'll burn it in here for a little bit for now, but I still think at this time of the year, my favourite to use is probably winter or fir tree, followed by fireside. This is our starter. What an elite day we've had today. We've got some fresh bread from the bakers, camembert, and a little fig and apple chutney. Go on, give a dip. Get the cheese pull. Oh, I don't know how you can eat the rind though. Mm. Oh, cheese strings hanging from your chin. Not good. Chicken's in, cooking away nicely. We've just got the veggies to do, but for now, this. Delish. Oh, we've had a disaster.
First parsnips of the year, well,
Bloody love a parsnip, me.
Sound like the royal family.
Maria, I told them what would happen if they didn't leave us alone.
It's never gonna be over like this.
We don't have a choice.
Oh, that feels good. You know when you've had your hair up, just to, oh yeah. Just gonna clip it up out of my face. And, oh, best part of the day, take off my makeup. Although I've had very minimal makeup on today, so just a bit of micellar water. I've just had these delivered as well, a little new pack of my toothbrush heads, so I'll switch that over later on. But I wanted to come on and close off today's vlog here. I've had such a lovely couple of days that I'm just feeling so happy and weirdly refreshed. I felt like the last couple of weeks, well I suppose November for us content creators is very hectic, very busy time of the year, and it can get quite stressful or quite just overwhelming. So I feel very refreshed, very relaxed just after literally just 2 days of, I don't know, just filling my cup, let's just say. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Do let me know by giving me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe for more, you know the jazz. Thank you, of course, again to Epitome for very kindly sponsoring today's video, and just a reminder that my code Freya10 will get you an extra 10% off your purchase. Any kind of a supplement is a very personal choice, and I would always recommend to do your research. It's something that has definitely worked for me, and I'm sure many of you would benefit from it too. Thanks to them, thanks to you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all very, very soon in the next video. Bye guys.